Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Healing from the Storm, we're going to look at financial loss. So whether you invested in something and it was a scam and you lost a bunch of money, or you just weren't that responsible with your money and lost it, or you bought something that you're supposed to make money on and instead you lost money, this reading's for you. So can't remember if I did that 3 times yet. We'll do one more just to be safe. So we're looking at financial loss, healing from financial loss. So let's get our first tarot card, our only tarot card today, and see where Spirit is guiding us with this. Financial loss, please. We'd like to know about healing, almost, from financial loss, please. Healing from financial. There we go. Okay. Ooh. We've got the Two of Cups. So this is actually about partnerships and unity and having an attraction, mutual attraction. You like them, they like you, being in balance. So it's really a relational card, which most the cups cards are really emotions, right? So that's relational. And so we'll see what Spirit's going to say once we get to the automatic writing. But what Spirit's saying right now about your financial loss is maybe you should be looking at your partnerships or and creating harmony within them. So if this financial loss is coming because, say, you own a company by yourself, maybe you need to be looking at partnerships. Maybe somebody else needs to come in. So maybe you've got the front end stuff, say it's mechanics, the mechanical business so well, no problems there, right? Like I'm fixing vehicles and everything's going great, but you don't know the business side, you don't know the financial side, you don't know how much am I supposed to be, should I be charging per hour to actually make money? Do I need to mark up the parts? These kind of things, right? And so your financial loss may be coming because you're a very good mechanic, you're bringing in the customers, but you don't know how to do the finances. You don't know how to keep the accounting done and pay your quarterlies and that sort of thing. And so that's where your problems are. Or maybe it could even be like you just can't afford to live by yourself. So you're finding a roommate is going to help offset those bills and help you not have those financial losses. And so what this card is saying is that you should look for others. Even if you are, sorry, this popped in my head, but trying to create a business and you're like trying and you're trying to get it out there, you want customers coming, you want clients, but nothing seems to be happening. Maybe we need to partnership with an advertising company or a social media company or something like that that can help put your name out there, so now the customers come in, so you're not losing business or losing money on things like paying the rent, but you don't have any actual money coming in. And so this card is saying that you should start looking towards creating partnerships and harmonious ones, right? Maybe you and your current partner, whether that be your relationship partner or your business partner, are just butting heads, and because of that, one of you is a spender, one of you is a saver, or you can't agree on what you should be spending money on, what you shouldn't be spending money on. And so you need to find a partner. What this is saying for your financial issues, you need to find a partner that you are harmonious together. You have the same goals, you have the same not necessarily completely beliefs, but in terms of finances, you have sort of things sorted out. You both mesh together, you both understand where you're headed, what you're doing, and are on the same page. So this was a very long intro, and I'm sorry for that. But we will bring in the board and I will start being quiet so I can write things down. And as always, I'm sure you're sick of me saying it, but I do dub over these. And so it may sound a little bit off, but I will take my moment of silence, get into my meditation mode, and we'll find out what Spirit would like to tell us about financial loss in the Two of Cups. Financial loss not only affects your budget, but also affects your heart. It can be devastating and make you feel like a failure. But now is not the time to give up. Now is the time to learn. Why did you make the choices you did? Why did you lose the money or wealth? Once you understand your whys, you will understand how to fix the problem and or avoid the problem in the future. But don't just understand. Learn. Learn from others. Find out what others have done to fix the problem. What others have done to turn similar situations around. Look for the resources around you that are available to and take advantage of them. There is always someone who has an expertise or has been in a similar situation. Find those that have best practices for your situation and follow their steps. Follow a proven path. Take the opportunity to learn and grow to avoid this again in the future. There are people all around you who can provide advice, but you must be open and willing to hear it. Love. Okay, so what this message is saying is yes, right? Financial loss not only affects your bottom line, how much money you have, but it also affects your heart. And this can be very devastating, right? If you thought, you were on your way, one way you're going to make money, and now all of a sudden you lost all your money, and it's very devastating, right? Like, I understand, I get it. But what Spirit is saying, this is not the time to give up, right? So Spirit does not want you to give up. This is the time to learn. And who are you going to learn from? Others. That's why these others are coming in. So if you're running a business and you don't know the financial end of things, right? Find somebody, hire an accountant, find your best friend who's started their own business before, find that friend who's an accountant and can at least help you, set up your financials and show you how to keep things organized so that you know what you're doing, or whatever it is, or that neighbor that happens to have that thing that'll really help you, or you know different things like this. So even things like, it's so simple, right? Like, the next door neighbor who's the mechanic, who can show you how to change your oil, how to top up your oil, how to top up your washer fluid. Like, if you seized your engine up because you didn't keep your oil levels high enough, and now you've lost this vehicle that was whatever brand new, or it shouldn't happen with a brand new vehicle, but this vehicle that you bought and you spent good hard money on it, and now you don't have any more money for another vehicle. Well, maybe we should take some courses. Maybe we should ask our neighbor, hey, can you show me how to do an oil change? Hey, can you show me where I put the oil in if I need to top up? Or how do I check it just to ensure it's always topped up? And then once you learn that, okay, I know I'm going to check every 2 months, whatever it is, I'm going to make sure my oil is topped up. Then you're not going to have another engine seize on you, and that's going to help you avoid those problems in the future. Sorry. So what this is don't give up. Whatever this financial loss was, don't look at it as all is lost because I lost this, because my business isn't making money, and because my car broke down, whatever it is that you had this financial loss, but this is not the time to give up. This is the time to go out and find those people who can help give you the expertise not to have this financial loss again. So whether it's even you're a contractor, and so you waited until this tax season, now just past tax season, right? And so you waited till tax season to pay all your taxes, and now you don't have those taxes, right? Well, maybe we want to go and learn from somebody, even as much as watching a video on when should we pay our quarterly taxes? How do you pay your quarterly taxes? How should you keep your finances in terms of accounts? Maybe it's that every time $100 comes in, $30 immediately goes to taxes, or 20, or whatever your taxes are where you live. And so you need to learn from somebody that, hey, this $100 that we have here is not all for you to spend, because there's taxes and they will come due. And the IRS, your tax people, they don't care, right? They're coming for your money no matter what. So we're going to keep on top of that, and we're going to put 20-30% into this account, and we're going to pay that every quarter. And now at the end of the year, your taxes are paid, and maybe there's just minor adjustments, and you're not getting a 20, 30, $40,000 tax bill at the end of the year. So all this to say, yes, you're losing this financial loss can be very devastating and very hard, but just start looking at, why did you make the choices you made, right? So maybe it's even you bought a car that you couldn't really afford, and now you can't afford the insurance, can't afford anything else. So why did you make those choices? Oh, I bought that car because I wanted to show off. Okay, I'm not going to show off in the future. But also, why did you lose the money? So, oh, I lost the money because I didn't pay my taxes every quarter, and then I didn't have the money at the end of the year to actually pay them. And so now I have to take on this debt so that I can pay them, and I've got this interest going on, and I still have more taxes coming in now for the next year. So understand, there we go, look at that, right to it. Understand your whys of why you did it, and then go out and find those individuals who will help teach you how to make different choices, or how to make things better, or how not to fall in that trap again. And so that's why we're getting the Two of Cups here, because this is all about going out and using other people's skills and abilities to learn from. So somebody else out there, there's always someone that has a skill you need, right? Or a skill you need to learn. Even if you just go and start watching YouTube videos and that's how you start, right? So I'm going to watch this and I'm going to start figuring it out and start organizing things so that we don't have this financial loss again. So I do hope that this message helped you, and I hope you do go out and look for those people out there who will help you and will help teach you and will help you grow, so that we don't have this financial loss again, right? Nobody wants financial loss. Everybody just wants to keep growing their finances, of course. And so really go out, take the time, understand why you made the choices you made, and understand where those choices need to be different so that you don't have this financial loss in the future, and go out and work with others in terms of changing those choices. So if that choice is you're now going to hire an accountant that just, does a couple hours a month for you just to keep your books in order, great idea. Now we're not going to lose money at the end of the year when we don't have money for our taxes. So I hope this message helped. Tripping over my own tongue. I hope this message helped you, and I'm sending out peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.